Here are all the books that I read in March and April and a little bit of a review for each. Alright, to start off, I read Furya. This is a story about a girl that lives in Argentina and she has a love for soccer. She pursues that despite her family's wishes and beliefs. It's just a very inspiring story about pushing boundaries and being brave in a society where you're constantly in fear of many things as a woman. And I really had a great time reading it. I gave this 3.5 stars. Next book I actually unhauled from my collection, and that is A British Girl's Guide to Hurricane and Heartbreak. This is the sequel to A Cuban Girl's Guide to Tea and Tomorrow. And in this book, we follow a character that is in the previous book. We follow her journey to going to Miami to pursue her passions and kind of escape her life at home in England. I don't know, I just wasn't really feeling it and wasn't interested in the story enough, so I did end up DNFing it. The next book I read was a 5-star and I loved it so much, and that was Beartown by Friedrich Bachmann. This book takes place in an ice hockey town. You follow the lives of all these different people that are in this town, and it was just so great, so emotional. I cried, I laughed only a little bit. I would say I cried a majority of this book, but it was just so emotional and so like raw. I enjoyed every moment of it, and I will definitely continue this series. That was 5 stars for sure. Next book I was a little bit nervous to read because I feel like this book has had so much hype over the years, and that was Magnolia Parks. I ended up listening to the audiobook version of this and I did enjoy it, but I don't think I liked it as much as some other people did. I was living for the drama though. The drama was so good. It kind of felt like Gossip Girl vibes, but like British. It was very fun. I gave it 3.5 stars. The next book I read was a nonfiction, and that was In Defense of Witches. This kind of just goes through the history of witches, more from like a feminist perspective, but also like talks about how women are going through a different sort of witch trials on an everyday basis nowadays. I found it very interesting. I don't rate nonfiction, but I did enjoy this a lot. I didn't even realize that I had 2 books that were 5 stars in the month of March, but this book was absolutely a 5-star and I loved it so much. And that was Sunrise on the Reaping by Suzanne Collins. This book destroyed me. I read it in one day and it took me a couple days to recover. I cannot lie, because I was just so sad by the end of this book. So warning, don't read this book in a public setting. You heard it here first.